The National Football League Hall of Fame, located in Canton, Ohio, currently features over 360 members. Getting to the NFL Hall of Fame is an impressive feat, as only about 2% of NFL players get there. Right now, there are 9 active NFL players that are locked for the Hall of Fame and will be featured in Canton. On top of this list, we have 45-year-old Tom Brady, 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers, and 31-year-old Aaron Donald. First up, active NFL players that are destined for the NFL Hall of Fame. There are a handful of current players who might eventually receive their own bronze busts, even though legends like Tony Baselli, Dick Vermeil, Cliff Branch, and others are slated to be inducted into Canton. Analyst Adam Shine named 9 players who, in his opinion, are locks for the Hall of Fame in a story for NFL.com. Some well-known quarterbacks and receivers, including Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Matthew Stafford, and Patrick Mahomes, failed to make the cut. First on the list is Tom Brady, so it shouldn't take too long to explain this choice. The greatest player in NFL history is Brady, who just turned 45. The best quarterback of all time, bar none. 7 rings, 5 MVPs of the Super Bowl, 18 divisional titles, 15 Pro Bowls, 3 MVPs. I suppose I'm preaching to the choir here. There is just one Tom Brady, and he is as firmly rooted in Canton as possible. Might as well begin the bronze bust construction today. Next, we have Aaron Rodgers. After saying all that about Brady, I'll still contend that Rodgers is the NFL's all-time best quarterback. After all, he has won 4 MVP honors, second only to Peyton Manning, who has won 5. Yes, Rodgers only has 1 championship. That is a blow, and I understand. But I also think that in many seasons, Rodgers' supporting cast of players and coaches has lagged behind many of his elite contemporaries. In the end, he presently has a mind-boggling touchdown-to-interception ratio of 449 to 93, and the second highest quarterback rating in NFL history, 104.5, which is just behind Patrick Mahomes' 105.8 figure. It's also the manner in which he approaches his work, making the game appear to be so simple with extraordinary cunning and exactitude. It's like watching Picasso paint to see Rodgers play quarterback, or by observing Beethoven play on the piano. Additionally, having a cannon-like arm that can flick the ball from a variety of throwing positions and arm angles doesn't hurt. Thirdly is Aaron Donald. The best defensive football player of all time is Aaron Donald. With all due respect to Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White, this man is the best of the best. In all honesty, he deserves to have the Defensive Player of the Year award named after him, even if he's already won it 3 times. He should be the owner. It's unheard of what Donald accomplishes on a weekly basis when he takes control of games from the defensive tackle position. He has the most sacks, 98, and quarterback pressures, 713, per Pro Football Focus, in the NFL since his debut in 2014. That's completely ludicrous for an interior defensive lineman who routinely has to battle double and triple teams. Before the Super Bowl 56 victory, he was already a Hall of Famer, but his performance on the largest stage in sports amplified his Canton candidacy. Donald recorded 7 pressures, including 4 hurries, 2 sacks, and 1 quarterback hit. He appropriately closed the game by ragdolling Joe Burrow on his final snap. Bobby Wagner is also on the list. Wagner has been named to the first-team All-Pro 6 times, and the second-team All-Pro twice in the last 8 years. He did more than just assist in bringing Seattle its first Lombardi trophy. Take note of Russell Wilson and the other guys. Wagner is placed above on this list. A defense that flourished in an offensive era had Wagner as its center throughout a significant period of years. Wagner was part of one of the most reliable and dominant defenses in history. The secondary for the Legion of Boom was undoubtedly loaded. Wilson is a stud, no doubt. Also impressive was Marshawn Lynch's beast mode. But during Pete Carroll's time as the coach of the Seahawks, Bobby Wagner has been the team's best pure football player. It'll be strange to watch Wagner this season wearing a Rams uniform. Nevertheless, it will be fascinating to watch him play alongside Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey on defense. Next on this list is J.J. Watt. Watt's career has been hampered by injuries, but don't overlook how utterly dominant he was at his best. Watt amassed 69 sacks, 190 quarterback hits, 15 forced fumbles, 10 fumble recoveries, and 3 Defensive Player of the Year accolades during the course of 4 seasons, from 2012 to 2015. Then, following 2 injury-plagued seasons in 2016 and 2017, he came back in 2018 and notched 16 sacks and a league-high 7 forced fumbles, earning himself a spot on the first team of the All-Pro game for the 5th time. Speak with Watt's NFL rivals today, he is simply an all-time great. His tenacity is unmatched, and his competitiveness is contagious. The carnage is stunning when Watt is operating at full capacity. We wish him well for his age 33 season in the fall. Von Miller is next on the list. If the term edge bender were in the dictionary, Von Miller's picture would be prominently displayed. The genuine sack artist defies the laws of physics with the way he leaps off the corner to get to the quarterback. With 115.5 career career sacks. He also gets home a startlingly high percentage of the time. In each of his previous 7 seasons, Miller had 10+ sacks. Furthermore, he's a genuine big game competitor. He's not a garbage time compiler. Do you recall the 51st Super Bowl? Vaughn got MVP honors with 2.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. He had 2 strip sacks, one in the first period that resulted in the Broncos' first score, and the other in the fourth that virtually put the game away. Miller produced 9 sacks in 12 games after being traded to the Rams in November of last year, including 4 in each of Los Angeles' 4 postseason games. He now wants to win his 3rd Super Bowl ring with the stacked Bills, after earning his 2nd one as a result. 7th on the list is Russell Wilson. Wilson was originally a 3rd-round pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, which featured 2 top picks, Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin III. Wilson has started games for the NFL from day one. This cat is a superstar with a 104, 53-1 record and 9 Pro Bowl invitations in 10 seasons. Although his career passer rating of 101.8 isn't too awful, I don't really care about his specific numbers. Overall, Russ succeeds. He is a superstar, and his enigmatic nature and inventiveness when the show falters are worth the entry price by themselves. This is roughly where the players stand at the moment, and I do think Russ currently possesses the Canton skills. Wilson will, however, have a fantastic second act with the Broncos, even though he's still only 33. Second to last on the list is Justin Tucker. Most are aware of how difficult it is for members of special teams to enter the Hall. Heck, some are still hoping to see Steve Tasker busted. However, I can spot a Hall of Famer when I see one, and Justin Tucker undoubtedly fits the bill. Everything is there, from the decisive kicks to the bombs to the brilliant statistics. The best kicker in NFL history also happens to be the most accurate, 91.1%. What's the point if the greatest player to ever play a position is not a member of the Hall of Fame? You also can't ignore how much of a luxury it is to essentially be able to bank 3 points when you cross midfield in an era of competitive balance and NFL parity. Shoot, except for Tucker, that's no longer automatic with the extra point lengthened. With this leg as a weapon, Baltimore has a significant edge. Lastly, we have Trent Williams. Tony Baselli will receive his gold jacket this weekend. For the blindside blocker, this is long overdue and much deserved, but I'll argue that over a longer length of time, Trent Williams has been equally effective as a left tackle, if not more so. The man they call Silverback is the finest in the business and an absolute rock, making him the highest paid offensive tackle in NFL history. Pro Football Focus gave him the highest PFF grade ever for an offensive tackle last season, ranking him as the league's best player overall. Williams deserves to be included in the same sentence as Walter Jones and Jonathan Ogden, 2 first-ballot Hall of Famers, because he appeared in the Pro Bowl each of his last 9 seasons. Brady, Rodgers, and Donald were easy choices, but Shine conceded that Wilson, Wagner, Tucker, and possibly Williams might be more contentious selections. Watt and Miller are probably going to go into the Hall of Fame. Miller has also been amazing and has won the Super Bowl MVP award, while Watt has been among the best pass rushers of the last 20 years. That brings us to the end of the list. Which NFL players do you think will be in the Hall of Fame? What other topics do you want us to discuss? Inform us in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.